Greetings to all light forms and life workers who have found this live demonstration of psychic, intuitive, and emotional services. I am the Third-Eyed Lion, here with love to anyone who will ever find this transmission. Greetings and love. I'm going to start with a daily general message for anyone viewing this content. Stonehenge. The spirits and spirit want you to know that the ancients, the unknown mysteries, the magics of the past are magic, and they do not need to be disturbed, touched, moved, altered, but researched to be understood as much as we can, and we should know that we never will fully understand. But by researching Stonehenge, other types of ancient fairy sites, and unknown hidden places of the earth, in mysterious locations that there's no definitive answers to, we'll be able to find our passion, our movement, our thirst, our youthful joy to go out and explore, to experience, to create with our wand, with our movement, with our frequencies. So those are the water crystal and 15th century decks. Do you have a question, or just would you like an energy forecast? You can choose 1 through 8, and I can do that for you. There's also some good ones below, too. As above, so below. They're just different. Why is A still on your mind? Okay, so the angels are the ones who are coming in. So you have a lot of angel energy going on right now, and I am very much compelled to that. Hello. If you have a question or would like an energy forecast, you can choose a number 1 through 8 are the different decks I use. More information about the decks are in the description. You can ask your question now, and I'll get to it. And I generally go in the order of questions asked. Okay, why is A still on your mind? Messages from the cosmic love. Because you believe that it could have been a success, that there was a possibility of success, but it wasn't fulfilled because the laughter and joy wasn't there. You might not have the same sense of humor, but you felt a really good level of harnessing your energy when you were with them. You were able to understand your frequency and how you were very well, and you could succeed when you were with them. but there wasn't the laughter there. And this could be changed. The laughter can come in, but why are they still on your mind is because the way you were. Urges are like waves. Harness them wisely. Success, you have to go out on a limb. So the angels really want to tell you that you are still thinking about this person because there's a potential of it succeeding. But know that first, both parties have to learn how to harness their energies and not be controlled by external forces and urges and rogue thoughts. And you do this through laughter, through purging them humor, to using humor as a medicine to heal those traumas that we have once had. We turn them into a joke and we use them as humor to fuel us and as a medicine. Okay, you can choose 1 through 8, and I'll do that for you. Hello, Sue Jones. You can choose 1 through 8. If you would like a message about love, or you have a question, choose 1 through 8. With laughter. Any things you don't like, just laugh them off. Make them a joke, turn them into humor. Turn all the evil things into jokes. And you can defeat them with humor because they can't laugh at themselves. Where light can laugh at themselves. Love reading about Taylor's feelings. So you can either tell me when to stop or I'll stop. When the spirits of love tell me to stop. Much love and gratitude to anyone who has found this message now or in the future. Okay, so wow. Taylor is very much in love with you and loves spending time, energy, groundedness, and closeness with you. But there is a block. They do have a hard time feeling this because they're controlled by the desire to always make more money and never having enough money, and always being controlled by time and never having enough time. And these things are blocking them from really wanting to be with you because they're always working for money, always working for time. And it is preventing the connection, the closeness, the flow between both, the complete vision of the heart and love. This has to happen for them to know that both time and abundance is everywhere, and they do not have to constantly thirst for those things. So they very much love you, and you are divine partners. You will come together no matter what. So this is like the most divine spirit partnership. You just have to make a communication. Okay. Um, I want to shout out to my buddy here, Cowardly Lion. Cowardly lion is one of the greatest symbols of all time. So shout out to the cowardly lion, the symbol of what you think you are and what you actually are generally always two totally different things. If you think you are a coward, you generally are very brave. If not, then you should look to this guy for example, because he's the king of the cowards, but he always acts. So, Sue Jones, do you want a love and reading or a question in particular? Okay. So, there's going to be some travel issues arising. You're going to experience a block where a male authority figure is going to prevent you from some authority is going to prevent you from doing the traveling as easy as you want. It's going to be a lot more difficult. Know that you will persevere, though. You will make it through this difficult time, and know that any travel blocks or things that prevent you from traveling are miracles, because there's a higher probability of accidents on things that don't happen to you than the things that do happen to you. So if something gets canceled, know that that's a good thing to protect the strength and energy you hold inside. Just follow your intuition and know that you will make it through, and just remain calm if anything goes wrong or happens in a way that's unpleasant. Any uncomfortable travel or blocks that prevent travel. I hope that answers for you. Yeah, let's talk about these guys. So these guys don't get talked about much. I don't know if anyone has seen them. I call them the shadow folk. These are living entities that move in the fourth dimension, and they are usually shadows cast off of higher dimensional entities, or the highest most projection of the lowermost entities. This is as high as a lower entity can become, generally, and it's a mix of them both. They're half the highest most and half the lowest most, and they exist as shadow. No issue. Anyone who can donate, appreciated. Anyone who can't, uh, donations also are appreciated in time. And sharing this to your friends and people who you think will resonate with my content. That's the only donation I really ask for. So the shadow people exist, and they oftentimes travel in sixes. They take multiple form. I depicted 6 of them here. And so one is just the spade right here. Well, then it doesn't hurt to send it to strangers, is what I do. But any time that you spend watching is also a donation, friend. I like sending video links to strangers, though. But you got to find the right balance of those who you know that are not total strangers that you think might resonate with the content. Most of the times, it's just going to end up with them not looking at it. But when they do, if that, 1 in 1,000 when someone looks at it, there's always something bad. Yes, choose 1 through 8. Question or energy forecast. And would you like a message of love or a question in particular? Choose 1 through 8 for anyone here who has a question for love or anything in particular. Just know that there's aliens amongst us. First contact already has happened. The aliens are already here. They're just really good at blending in and being like everyone else. But if you pay close attention, you can always see their antenna. They know how to be, and oftentimes we don't see them because they look so human, but so rad as a human that we just think they're just a rad human. Is everything going to be fine with only using Is everything going to be fine? Is everything still going to be fine with using only the info you have in the letter so I can get the financial aid to start this fall? Okay, so tell me when to stop. You chose a good deck to answer your question. I'll be able to give you a very clear answer here. I would have to pull multiple cards in some of the other decks to get you a clear answer. But this deck will give me exactly it. Yeah, you need to do a little bit more research about this financial aid and see what strings that they have attached to it. See how what the restrictions, what strings. Read the fine print and spend a little time to think about it. And with the letter, how you write it, how you phrase it, and all that stuff, and focus on it. But also, don't be afraid to go on the internet and find other people who have got this same financial aid you want, and see and ask if they have if the information you have is equivalent to what they have had when they got it. So just try to find other people who have gotten the thing you wanted, the financial aid, and see how they did it, and then make your own strategies based on the information you gather. Is the spirit's message to you. And during this whole process, continue to remember that love is a state of mind. Hello. 2. Tarsum, do you got a question in particular, or just would like a love reading? Hello, Shirley. You can choose 1 through 8 if you have a question in particular or just would like a love reading. I can start that for you after this. That's something you should ask other people who have already got so the message is you should go on the internet and find people who have already received the financial aid you want, and then ask them your questions and find the most balanced point between the two. Your info or ad. No question. Okay, I'll just give you a love reading so you can tell me when to stop. This is just messages from your love house. Yeah, this whole deck, Tarsum, was channeled in a trance. I went into a meditative post-hypnotic trance, and I gave myself the post-hypnotic suggestion to create this deck. Whoever asked first. I'm doing Tarsum's now, and then it will be you, Shirley. Hello, Demi. So the main message from love is to know that the 7 deadly sins are present and active in your life, and that they are open and preventing you from fully experiencing your love. This is something you have done to yourself so you can learn how to understand them to help others. Because Ganesh is the god of barriers. He puts barriers in front of himself to grow, and he removes them in front of others. And the spirit guides, the spirit totems, they take animal form. This is our aura, our energy field of our spirit that protects us at all times. We can't see it, but we all have an animal totem, usually 10 feet tall or higher, around us at all time. And so the love that you want and that is coming to you already exists within. So know that your spirit team is with you at all times, and the gods and the cosmos love you because you are them and they are you. I hope that answers for you. Much gratitude. Yes, the love of yourself and the love of your mission, your purpose, your movement, doing what you're doing, and the passions of every day is such a sustaining love that if you have a partner, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too, because you still have an infinite creation of love. You do not need coupling to magnify your love. Some Gemini energies do, and some others do not. So both are equal. Some people, just like myself, are drawn to the Gemini energy of having a constant companion, but other people are not. Both are love. Okay, Shirley, do you want to choose a deck 1 through 8? Hello, Demi. The trick is you got to Gemini yourself, and then you attract the coolest other Geminis. Okay, you can tell me when to stop, or I'll stop when the energies compel me. and blessings to you. And anyone here, if you want to help with it, is by sharing this video allows us to fight the algorithms, to battle the spirits of the internet that do not want people to see this content. So by sharing it, a referral is the greatest form of service you can do for any product, because by referring products and services that you value to other people that you value, you will show the world that you are a reputable source of valued content, and then more love will come to you. The shares, team share for life. That's that movement move. Love reading. So we'll start with your love reading with one of my favorite symbols of all time. Probably one of my favorite tarot cards of all time. Love this guy so much. So this is about loving death and change and movement and focused deliberateness. So think of it as our whole lives we've seen death as an evil reaper, a cutter, a blade. This is an archer. This is someone who is focused. They know where they're aiming and they see the full perspective. They can see everything around them because they have this band of light around their head, casting shadow all around. And they use the shadow to see where to hit with the death. They're fully connected and they have their own type of crooked, their own unique way of being, unlike anyone else. They're playful, and that's why the lotus rises right next to his feet. So know the love you want is coming. Just be open to the change, be open to the death happening all around you, because the love of abundance, the infinite money, is going to rise you above all of the issues. You will be on a level of power, but of movement, of age. So all of your experiences are going to lead you to meeting someone at either a self-help retreat digitally, some type of online self-improvement conference. You might want to look into that, because that's a good way to meet love. Because when you put the one intention of you paying to join this online conference or what of self-empowerment, you put that power in, and then you will meet all these other energies that agree with you, and everyone will become more powerful. And you will be able to meet people and long energies. Hello, Peekaboo. If you have a question or would like a message of love, choose 1 through 8, and I will do that for you. And Demi as well, if you would like. And anyone here, just share it to any people who you think might benefit from this content. It helps a lot. Fight the robots. Okay. Follow your excitement. All there is now. Much love, Tarsum. Thank you for showing up. Okay, Demi, you can tell me when to stop, or I'll stop when the spirits of magic compel me to. So I don't think I've mentioned this before, but out of all of these 8 methods, this is the one I have been doing psychic services with for myself for the last 15 years. So 15 years of my life I have spent studying the symbols that are in this deck. And here's one of them from 15 years ago, plus when I first got into these symbols. Affinity. So, affinity for artifacts. So, each artifact that you have, each magical object you have, makes all other magical things happen cheaper and easier and more powerful, because instead of spending 5 of your resources, your energy, your mana, instead of spending that, you have already spent it, so you can use the frequencies you already have to monetize, self-energize, to remove the blocks, remove the negativity, the desert destruction of your mind. Take that stagnant energy, mix it up, and fly. Enchant yourself and give yourself the energy to use all the artifacts, use all of the built up energies in your life to magnify, to grow, to transmute, and fly, and know that no one can ever clip your wings, because they are Nyx born ether of the gods. I hope that answers for you. Is your general energy reading. Much gratitude. Yes, you can choose 1 through 8, and I will do that for you. Or I can choose for you. Much gratitude. The first magic oracle deck I built, it's not this one, but it was 100 cards, all magical and mystical in nature, from the corset, the first Mirrodin block, and Kamigawa block. So a metal world and Japanese mythology world with spirits and kami, and I mixed the two, and I created my first version. And that card, the drone, Affinity for Artifacts, was in that very first deck. So it came around for 15 years of that card. Hello. Glad to know I'm attracting the light angels. Good to see you. You can call me Yule. I'm the host here of the Third Eyed Lion. You can ask a question. You can choose 1 through 8. There's descriptions in the video, or I can choose for you, like peekaboo right here, and you can tell me when to stop. So ornithopter is a symbol of free flight and pacifism, being able to absorb a shock and continue. Blightsteel is infection, is viral corruption, and by a powerful juggernaut, by a powerful force that is an engine of dark corruption that will rightfully murder you, saying that it's trying to help you. It is AI in its most evil form. So, truth. So the love you seek and the love you have, know that the truth is you always have that love, because everything that you experience is connected to the whole of this planet. Everything is connected, and there's no separation. It is just one solid mass. And the rainforests, connect to the rainforests and look up the rainforests and study them and learn about them, because everything is connected, and the things you love and the energies that bring passion to you connect us all. So the rainforest is a symbol of connectivity, and connect very deeply to the ancient magics, because the rainforest is built on black earth, and black earth is artificial sod. So at some point, some group of beings, we don't know for certain, planted the rainforest. The great Amazon rainforest was planted on soil made of feces and urine. So you have to release, and that's the feces and urine. You have to release the contaminants. You have to release the messages you feel are holding you back, the concepts, the identities of the chains of not being good enough, of not being able to be loved, of not feeling loved. Release any similar energies just through your system, and know that release is life. If you don't release, you die. And you have to release to continue to live. Okay? So anime angels can shuffle, and I'll shuffle until either the angels tell me when to stop, or you can tell me when to stop. Either way, an angel's going to tell me to stop. Same country as you are. Yes. Yes, they are, but they're probably in a more rural part of the country than you are. They're most likely in the farthest, most rural area of your country. To support rad music, go to demileafall.bandcamp.com. Write it down. So I'm mostly finished writing another comedy tarot sketch. So if anyone has any humorous anecdotes of silly, ridiculous things fortune tellers have done that makes all psychics look ridiculous, let me know, because I parody uh, the internet's most ridiculous readers with a little bit of heavy sarcasm. So, Angel of Light, you can tell me, or I'll stop when the energies tell me. More phenomenon. Yeah. Not that guy always. So I'm going to come up with a different character each time. They're not all going to be negative. That's just the first one. Some of them are going to be ignorantly, humorously, negatively positive. Stop when the angels tell me to, okay? Yeah, that's... Feel free to share that too here if you can, Demi. Post a link to that would be great too. It's a 2-minute comedy sketch I made recently, parodying the hyper negative, angry readers. So, Light Angel. Okay. Messages from your guardian. So know that you are you already know this, I don't need to be telling you this, but you are an earth angel, which means you hold cosmic angelic code in the physical grid, anchoring infinite levels of God source light to come in that would not generally be accessible unless there was high level receivers of angelic code. So by existing in a world of demons, in a world of darkness, the angel that remains an angel still on earth, there's no difference between an angel there and an angel on earth if this angel knows that. And that's why I call myself Yule. I work with Uriel very strongly. The archangels are with you. Gabriel and Hanael are two other archangels that you might want to reach out to, because bridge making, by finding the connection between the angel source and the human source, you can help this world. You can educate people about your energies, about your frequencies. You can be the bridge from the angels to the humans. It's you. Just know that you have the freedom to make any choice you want. You came here to fully experience it and live your life. Yes, so the warrior angels are the seraphim, and they generally have 4 wings instead of 2, and they battle the demons directly. Know that you have a freedom to have the full experience of your life, the full spectrum of what is happening in your energy field. Always permeating, always echoing infinitely around. Always understand your code and your joy frequencies. They echo beyond time and space. So remember to be the bridge between Earth and the angels, and feel the angelic, the Elohim, the ha, the breath, the joy, the life. The ha is a force echoing back to the oam, is the infinite vibration, the echoing of everything pulsing. So trust the archangels. Michael is the go-to. I recommend everybody is hit up Archangel Michael, and then he will tell you which specific archangels to go to after that. Let's start with Michael. And if you want to laugh, you can click on the link Demi Lee Fall just put up. Is a comedy sketch that I do on these channels as well. I basically write a loose outline of the comedy sketch, and then I rehearse it once, and then I channel it a second time. Laughter is good medicine, and I don't think anyone should take themselves super seriously. So I like having comedy here on this channel. Okay. Messages from anyone now or in the future. That those who choose deck number 8, find a connectivity a collection of other individuals also passionately excited about the same things you are passionately excited about. And by doing so, you can create masterful levels of collaboration, of art and magic. Message from deck number 7. Be the balance of your shot. Know that instead of having power in a radius, you have power in a distance. Focus your deliberation and trust your energy and flow with your own passion, and know that you are constantly in balance and you need to just protect yourself always in the mind and outwardly. Message number 6 is to harness your own mana, to bring all your energy outward through with your own human druid magic. Find your own energies and your own frequencies and bring them into space and time and warp them with your intention to be the most positive. And never forget to wander, to wonder, to find the wonderment of love, of infinite joy, of cosmic connectivity. Love every aspect of what you feel and wonder of how all of it was created and how all it is maintained. Now is the time for you to seize power, to take power over in the areas in which you have given power up. Think of any times that you gave up your power to someone else, and think about how you can take it back in the most loving way possible. And know that at some point that power and other powers will be taken away from you. But know that with knowing that happiness is a state of mind, you can be happy always. Anyone drawn to deck number 3, now we're in the future. Double message is Two of Swords. So they're coming in pretty strong, that find how you are reflective, how you are grown to the energies, and how you sit in your own way, move in your own way, and be balanced even while blindfolded. Hoi polloi. So, one of the sketch I'm writing, I'll just tell you, is a like a super burnout reader who that's all they do is research the smoke and learn nothing. And they use the hoi polloi tarot and after, before and after every quick reading. Hoi polloi. And they want to say the magic words. Of the hoi polloi tarot. Message is thought. Now's the time to write, everybody. If you see this message, I don't know who you are, where you are, what's happening. Whenever you see this, know, one, there's no coincidence. You showed up. Thanks for showing up. Glad you showed up. Thoth is glad you showed up, and you should know you should probably write. You make a lot of money by writing. There's not enough people writing. You can write. I don't know who you are. I don't know anything about you. Random person, hypothetical, or entity group. But you can write stuff down. And you can create music. And you can do magic even when you don't write anything down. By just creating, thinking about it, working on it in your mind, and then writing it down. Either way, you're still writing. And Thoth approves of thinking and putting those thinkings in a way that can be displayed and shared with others. And know that you can create some very magical things. Hoi polloi. Magic words. Happiness. So, quote from Walt Disney I like using and I wear on my body often is happiness is a state of mind. And the thymus is the heart gland that is oftentimes not used by adults. But happiness oftentimes is not what we think, is not what we feel, and not what we understand. It's something more crystalline, more compacted, beautifully crystalline, but it reflects in a way that shrouds it in light. There's so much light it's hard to see. And know that your light protects you. You'll constantly have an energy vortex spinning around. And when you can hold this vortex as two pillars, one going to the cosmic center and one going to the center of the earth, back and forth. And we are constantly bringing these two pillars in and out. Hold the pillars and hold that frequency. Thank you. Hoi polloi. So people think you need magic words to make things happen. I think that's ridiculous. And I'm going to make a whole sketch to show other people how I think that's ridiculous. But I am going to make fun of that and continue to say hoi polloi as a magic word. So, mainly because it's a hilarious magic word. Hoi polloi. Because if you're going to have a magic word, it has to be something ridiculous, right? Like, I don't like serious magic words. If you come up with your own magic words, just make sure it's hilarious to you alone, and then that's all you need, and it's good. Because comedy magic is the best type of magic. If you can laugh at it, it's really powerful. Hello. If you have a question, you can choose 1 through 8, and I can answer that for you. Hoi polloi. Magic to you. Everybody has some powerful magic in you. And you can create so much with this powerful, energetic magic we all have. And by tapping into it and visualizing it, we can express the infinite magic and step out the shadow and into the light. Okay. Question in particular? Okay, cool. See, now I'm taking it back. It's mine now. Hoi polloi means all the rad people, is what I say it means. The general public. That's okay. Everybody who's generally rad, hoi polloi to you and your kin. Thank you, Demi. That's freaking I love that. Okay. Anything that comes out, I'm doing messages of love today, so that will be for you. Yeah, it's mine now. Hoi polloi. What's the Greek word for awesome? And how can I turn that hoi polloi awesomeness, or the general public, hoi polloi, that is awesome. That's what I want to say to all the Grecian people who will find my content now or in the future. Ancient or future or present Greece, hoi polloi, are rad. The general public, I love you. To all the general people, hoi polloi. Agrathen. Hoi polloi, agrathen. Or agrathen hoi polloi. Either way, general people, I love you. And I will continue to use the magic word hoi polloi. The hoi polloi tarot was given from my grandmother to me. Great grandmother passed down. So you can, if you have a question, you can ask it, or I can give love readings. You can choose a number 1 through 8, or I can choose for you. And the joke is people want spell to have magic words. They usually use Greek words as magic words. Hoi polloi is the name of a tarot deck I use, but it's a Greek word meaning the many, which is generally referred to with a negative connotation as the common folk, the general public. But Stonehenge. So this is for Adriana, if I said that right, is that the ancient sites of magic exist and echo, are still important, and are still powerful. When we tap into love, the force of water flowing love, it echoes all around. As long as we can love ourselves, it sprouts the love all around us. So begin to give affection and gratitude to everything you do. Having affection and gratitude is the most powerful magic in all of the universe. Love, gratitude, and affection are the 3 most powerful forces of kind magic in the higher dimensions. You go to the 12th dimension, they still don't believe most things you believe here, but the only constant between now and the 12th dimension is love, affection, and gratitude. They exist in all dimensions. And these are the highest cosmic forces that connect all life and reality. Much gratitude. I gave you the keys to the universe if you know how to use them. So Stonehenge is to remind about the ancients, the ancient builders, the sites and magics of the unexplained earth. So there's things all around us that we know nothing about, but that are old ancient magic. But they're grid points. They're just a point on the grid that keeps the magic alive, flowing even in areas far away from that point of the grid. Is still affected by that powerful energy of Stonehenge. And so the ancient magics of the grid of the earth, everything is connected. And the magics here affect over here so far away from the magic. I hope that answers for you. And peekaboo, you can choose 1 through 8, and I'll give you more clarity. Oftentimes, the things we don't like and the things we're scared of are generally the things we are connected to in past lives and future lives. So these are things that if you can overcome your negative aversion to, you will actually have much success and joy in that field. Idea, as an example, is I was not a fan of tarot for multiple years. I did not like people who did readings. I got a few readings and I was a skeptic and a poo-pooer, and I didn't like it at all, and I was not a fan for multiple years. I really didn't like it at all, and through a long series of circumstances, I know it's my life purpose, and it's why I'm on this planet. And I have no doubt that this my mission plan is to be a public, energetic card guy. Hoi polloi. To the common people, to the masses. Magus. Magus. Love it. Magus. Hoi polloi. Great the many. Magus hoi polloi. There's so many great people everywhere. So they're always everywhere. So I didn't know it's a Greek phrase. That's rad. Magic everywhere. Ancient magics for always. So you can tell me when to stop, and I'll stop when the energies compel me. And also peekaboo, just with gardening, things you have aversions to and don't like can be transformed if you find a way to do it that you do like. You can. The idea is, if a child who doesn't like Brussels sprouts, they won't eat Brussels sprouts. But if you teach the child how to make their own spice rub, they love the spice rub because they love the time making it and it's their own. So they would put the spice rub on the Brussels sprouts, and now they will eat the Brussels sprouts because they have their own mix of spices added that they prefer compared to anyone else. Hoi polloi. Ah, Australia. Greetings from the lands of Oz. May your magic be in forever balance. Okay, you would like to enter restaurant takeaway business. Like I dream about having your own restaurant takeaway. So think of it this way, peekaboo. I see that. I see it completely, fully in my mind's eye. What I see is a restaurant that has access to a roof, and the roof is rooftop community gardens. And the food grown in the rooftop garden uh, goes to feeding the hungry as an outreach for a restaurant program, uh, and where one restaurant is sustained entirely based on than their upstairs community garden. So having working with farmers and gardeners and other people who work with that, knowing where you source your food is very important in the restaurant industry. So having a good source. Yeah, I see you feeding the hungry really powerfully. Like it's something that I really see that you're going to do 100%. there's a lot of wealth and power in those things. So I very much see you feeding the hungry, though, and I want to tell you that that's awesome. Keep doing that. Okay, everybody. Hoi polloi. I love you. Okay. You are 19 right now. So the many is the all, and I work with the energies of the all, or the energies of the many, the infinite, the everything. And hoi polloi is a very powerful spell, and that's the deck here that you chose. Is hoi polloi tarot, and understand understand that words are spelling. Everything that is said is a spell. Why do you think they call it spelling? It is breaking it down to cast the spell. And every word that is written, said, shown creates magic. But when you hold an infinite frequency, what you can do now is study and look up other businesses doing the things you wish to be doing and see how they are able to do it. Do and know that some of them are needing entry level people to do some type of digital work for them, computer work for them. Every business needs some computer work done, and restaurants generally don't want to do the computer work because they want to work on the food. So know that your sustainable garden, your infinite things that you are creating are powered by your thoughts, and you work with the angels so strongly. That that's one option. Another one is working a nighttime job. Uh, is a nighttime shift job if you would like, and you could focus on your passions during the day and work during the night. Who needs sleep? That's what I'm doing, but I don't recommend that for everybody. What I do recommend is butterflies. So the butterflies on the crown, and butterflies, wearing butterflies of any kind shows the universe and the fairies that you're friendly. Wearing butterflies are a symbol of flight, of transmutation, of metamorphosis. Know that whatever you choose may be chaotic. Yes, many passions are coming up at the same time, and you feel overwhelmed by this. But you just have to focus the one that you are the most excited about and just follow your excitement as much as you can. Bring that joy, laughter, that passion inside, right? And let it just flow out. Because when you can hold that passion for helping others, so there's organize a food donation drive in your community, and by doing that you will meet contacts that you will be able to help feed the hungry with later. So hoi polloi, his recommendation is that you should help the many. You should feed the hungry now. Organize food drives over the internet and say, hey, everyone in my area, I know that there's hungry people. We're doing a food drive. Come to pick up food or drop off food. And because there's a lot of people needing that right now. So I hope that helps you. Either way, you can feed the hungry now. There's ways to do that. And You have many possible options. The one coming forth the most is business, is food, restaurant, and business development. So if once you have one successful restaurant and you know how to do it, then you can become a consultant and you can get paid to educate other people how to do that. Yeah, you can choose 1 through 8 and I'll give you more detail. Lee Jones. And everyone here, I very much ask if you can to share this to any people who you think it will resonate with. I'm still doing questions, so anyone who you think might ask always helps out. Business consultant is what I see for you. You will have your own chain of successful restaurants or your own group of restaurants, but also be a person who teaches other people how to do the same thing as a business consultant. There's a lot of money in that. Thank you, Demi. Got the night job starting today, first training, so much love, friend. But you can do the food drive now. I've organized some. No, the aliens want us to. The aliens want us to help the many. They want us to hoi polloi. They care about the whole planet and the energies that connect them all. And move with your frequencies. And if you see any of these 6 ships, know that it's probably you piloting it. The aliens are us, and we are the aliens. So that's the thing. There's no aliens. We're the aliens. Mind blown, right? What if there's no aliens? What if we're the aliens? Everyone else is from here. This is where they're supposed to be. We're the ones from some crazy random other place. We're the aliens. That's what they got to say. First message there. And okay, Lee Jones, you can tell me when to stop shuffling or stop when the energies compel me. And what person is blocking you from doing? Trust your instincts. You can do a lot of magic. There's always ways to help. Letter writing, phone calling, just trust your inner knowledge and think about it and come up with some awesome way that no one has ever thought of before to feed the hungry. And you will be known for thousands of years as the coolest person ever. The person who started to show the world how rad it is to feed other people. Because you have the magic to do so. So the main blockage you have is the aliens, certain group and your perceptions of the aliens. So you have the 3 of the 5 alien cards in this deck. And 1 is black matter ships in reverse. So this is to tell you that if you see any of these 6 vessels, know that it's a negative aspect of yourself trying to block your own path. This is a common thing. So our own entities are echoes of ourselves. So it's a Hinduism thing. I only fight my greatest enemy, myself. So there's aspects of yourself that you have to work with that are preventing you from seeing things with complete clarity. You have to trust your psychic senses and know that you are an alien and you are a human at the same time, and you're allowed to be both. You can exist as both, and both are aspects of who you are. And when you can live in your magic and project it outwardly, you can really help echo. So, and in the cosmic aspects here, know that we can see and not see. So, Lee Jones, your message here is that main blockage is yourself, and to trust that your greatest enemy can also become a god, and everybody is connected to God source, and the Godhead exists always. You are your Shiva, and Shiva is you, and you have to fight your greatest enemy, yourself, the aspect of yourself that causes issues. So I hope that answers for you, Lee Jones. So continue to work with yourself and make every aspect of yourself that is attacking and blocking. Think of Ganesh. He is the placer and remover of blocks. And oftentimes we place those barriers for ourselves to get stronger, to move past, or to call in force like Yoda to move the heavy object with our mind, move the energy outward. It's for everybody. Hello, Stephanie. You can ask a question 1 through 8. Well, shares help a lot too, Lee Jones. If you know anyone who would resonate or like the type of content I make here, please share. It really does help. The more people who know about the lion, the better. Thumbs up don't really do that. But I appreciate them. It helps us fight the other algorithms too. There's a lot of little AI battles we have to do on the digital battlefield. But many blessings. Thank you. That's the truth. TT. Gratitude always. I think I'm going to call it then. I thank you, everybody, with love and gratitude for you in all aspects of life.